Supercross Live on MonsterEnergyCup.com. Kevin Barnett, Jim Holley, wrapping it up here in Sam Boyd. And Jim, what a night of racing. Somebody pointed out this is a pretty unique thing. If you had a high school, college, and pro football game all going on at one place, that's a little bit what like this race has to offer.
That's exactly what it's like. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, we had great racing. You know, Austin Faulkner coming away with the Super Mini, not only this year, but last year. This kid...
4 races in a row.
Yeah, I mean, this kid is phenomenal. He's only 15. I asked him, hey, when are you going to get on that 250? He says, I'm only 105 pounds, 5'2". I got to grow a little bit. Yeah. But he rode really well. And then in the Amateur All-Star, I mean, what great racing we had there. A couple different winners there.
R.J. Hampshire and then Jordan Smith coming back in the second. And Jordan Smith had a crash going into the last corner, into the big sweeper up top, the Amsoil Arch. Was unable to get it back, but he would come back, win second moto, but a 1-3 would do it for Hampshire. And then in the KJSC series, it was a lot of famous names. A lot of talk about Everett's, about Ferry, but it was another famous name, Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, no relation to the actor. I asked him that, but it was great for him to win and great to see him come away. He actually gets to keep that motorcycle that he won on tonight. I think that was pretty cool, the KTM people to offer that for him. You know, he was really excited about that.
A very special gift, won by Matt LeBlanc, and a night he'll never forget. Then on to the pro racing. It was a little sketchy in the beginning. He had some issues again with the start gate. Everybody got one shot at the beginning. You saw a little upset, a little fit out of Brock Tickle maybe. He felt like he got a great start on that second one, but to no avail.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it happens. It happened on the one side, it happened on the other side. But I mean, the guy who I think probably might be a little bit more upset than Brock Tickle is James Stewart, because he had a hole shot.
He did.
He had a hole shot, and then the restart, he was dead last. He had a crash and everything, and he saw, you know, I was talking to him, he goes, who would have thought after that first race I was going to come away with $100,000, but James Stewart comes away with $100,000 tonight, and who would have thought all the mistakes of the top riders? And I'm talking in that first one, Ryan Dungey not going through the Joker lane, and then Ryan Villapoto in the second race, he doesn't go through the Joker lane, has a big crash. Hopefully he's okay. He'll be ready come January 4th, 2014 at Anaheim there. But again, once again, he wins the first one. He's the only guy in line to win that $1 million. Second race, he falls again, just like he did last year.
Yeah, it was great racing all around. This event produced some of the best racing we've seen in recent memory. First moto, it was all about Ryan Villapoto and Ryan Dungey. As you mentioned, Dungey missing the Joker lane, going through, thinking he won the race, only to learn on the cool down lap that he had not. When he asked what happened to Ryan Villapoto, Villapoto said he went through the Joker lane. Dungey at that point realized what had happened. And in that second moto, just a crazy back and forth. James Stewart, is he back?
Well, it definitely a different James Stewart we saw here tonight in Las Vegas at the Monster Energy Cup. I mean, he came to race. I mean, you saw the passes that he made, a little bit more aggressive. He went underneath guys, moved guys out of his way.
He moved Ken Roxon in main number 3.
Yeah, I mean, Ken left the door open. You went down Monster Alley, and he went to the outside, and James saw him, and he didn't commit yet, and James just kind of squirted in there. And when Ken Roxon went down, he goes, whoa, there's James Stewart. And James Stewart says, yeah, here I am. I'm going to take the lead and, come away with that final win.
So the final finishing order for the overall, James Stewart, Ryan Dungey, second again, followed by Ken Roxon. What about Dungey? 3 years in a row, second place at this event.
Yeah, he's got to be, you don't want to call him Mr. Second, but I mean, he's had a lot of seconds, but he's had a lot of wins in his career too, and won a lot of championships. And if watching Dungey ride and everything, I think that the bike's he's getting a little bit more comfortable with it. I look for him to be a threat come next year in 2014, and some more wins than just a couple that he got last year.
LeBlanc, Faulkner, Hampshire, and Stewart, your winners here tonight at the Monster Energy Cup 2013, closing down. Already 2014 confirmed, so if you weren't here this year, you better get here next year. This was some of the best racing we've seen.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Ricky Carmichael did a great job on designing the track, and I think all the obstacles were big and huge. And how about those the Super Mini guys doing that 100-foot triple? Incredible out there. And it's just, and then the Amateur All-Stars, the man who finished up second overall, Zach Cummings, he didn't even finish on the podium, but consistency got him up to second overall. And here's the interesting thing. That bike was the same one Adam Cianciarulo rode last year, finished second, because Adam texted and said, hey, man, that bike, I guess it's only good for a second.
Yeah, it certainly was a fantastic night. Consistency rewarded. Really neat racing format. Lots of fun for the fans, the people who were here. Hopefully you'll be in the stands next year. He's Jim. I'm Kevin. We're out.